Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Black Opinions Matter, motherfucker. My name's Amin Hassan. I'm joined as always by Black Trey, Jay Skills, and Big Jerv. Hell of a show. This is a fucking deep-ass show we got for you guys today. The last day of the year when we recorded, the first day of the year when you're listening to this. This is pretty intense. We talked about Deebo Samuels and the fake Cam Newton, that little prank that went on. Hilarious. We talked about Georgia beating the ever-loving shit out of Florida State. And the problem about players sitting out bowl games, how do you fix it? We try to fix it. We also talked about New Year's Eve. What's the best type of New Year's Eve situation you like to do? And what kind of New Year's resolutions do you have for 2024? We get into all of that. Also, and I can't stress this enough, my buddy Tom Habistro wrote about a sound clip of John Morant in an interview calling a referee a hoe. That interview never got out. It happened last year. The audio resurfaced. Tom found it, posted it, wrote about it, wrote what it means. But a lot of people took it the wrong way. So I took some people to task about maybe having a better responsibility towards, reading or at least paying attention to the thing you're reacting to. We'll get into more detail for sure. But first, patreon.com/countthedings. Go there. All the extra content. First of all, if you're listening to this episode for free, that means you listen to little chunks every single day. You got to wait till the end of the week. Don't do that. Listen to it all at once. Be a Patreon. You get it all at once right there on Mondays. It all drops together. Also, the Cinephobe Rewatchingtons, the watch-alongs that we do for Cinephobe. We do that also for NBA games. We got the Cinephobe Special Edition episodes, the OG podcast, all sorts of extra content. Patreon.com/countthedings. Make sure you're locked in there. All right. We started the conversation today with Dave Chappelle's new stand-up special, The Dreamer, that dropped on Netflix today on December 31st. Here we go. All right, so Chappelle's stand-up, The Dreamer, came out on Netflix. The only reason I knew was because I was on Netflix for something else, and I paused it. When you pause Netflix long enough, it starts showing you like, hey, this comes out on December 31st or whatever. And so I saw Chappelle, The Dreamer, and I was like, oh, I've probably seen that one. And it says December 31st. I'm like, oh, we got some new Chappelle. Okay. Put it on the to-do list. Put it in the chat. Here we are. It is. We're recording this on the 31st. We literally watched it this morning. Some of us, maybe last night when it turned midnight. But, it's no surprise. I think it's funny, man. Like, I don't. At this point, it's like if you're angry at Dave Chappelle, I would say probably don't watch it because the nigga doubles and triples down. He I don't want to ruin it for the people who haven't seen it. I don't want to do spoilers, but I'm gonna just say his opening joke and the setup to the joke is fucking phenomenal, almost as phenomenal as the setup to the last joke. Right, where he's talking about people's dreams. That's the end of the show is called The Dreamer, and he ends it with this really long story about living the dreams or whatever. But again, like I've reached a point where I'm like, look, I like Dave Chappelle, so I think his shit is funny. The people who are angry at Dave Chappelle are probably going to be angered by this as well. And so it is what it is. I don't watch Jeff Dunham stand up with his puppets and shit. So I can't get mad. Like Jeff Dunham did the racist, like a terrorist thing again. I'm like, I don't get mad. Like that's just shit. Like some people like that shit. All right, cool. I like funny people.
That's a random ass comedian to bring up. But I went to middle school with his daughter.
Oh, for real?
Hey, you niggas call me fucking Forrest Gump. That nigga Jason, bro. This nigga Jason always got a random ass one-off story.
But that nigga came to do a set at our middle school.
At the school?
At the school, yeah. Because it's not like super like adult. Like I guess he can't get into that territory, but like with the puppet, it kind of lends itself to like more of a kid-friendly setting. I didn't know the nigga was like a professional comedian until that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because
you just thought he. So you just thought he was just testing shit out with you?
Well, yeah, I just thought, no, when he got on stage and then everybody started talking about it, I was like, oh, okay, I guess he's like a famous
and how
comedian.
old were you in this? Did you
I was
like
like-
the jokes?
I was like 11 or 12. I don't remember it being especially funny. I mean, I was a fan of Chris Rock at the time, ironically enough. Like this would have been 97-ish, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere around
I like the
there.
idea of Jason seeing like this dude walk on stage like, Sheila Daddy's a comedian?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Philippa, that was her name.
Hey,
But
Philippa, is that a comedian? For real?
exactly. That's kind of how it was. But but yeah, it was just random as fuck, man. That I don't know. Do y'all think he funny? He kind of like whatever.
Who y'all
Jeff
talking
Dunham?
about?
Jeff
Jeff
Dunham.
Dunham.
The
I gotta
nigga
Google.
with the
Hold on.
ventriloquist nigga. That's you don't have to Google it. It's the ventriloquist nigga.
I was gonna
Like
say, I don't know
there
who
can't
that
be a
is,
million
brother.
of these guys who aren't walking around.
See, Trey, you don't even know who he is today. That's what
I
I'm
don't know
saying.
who
bro.
he is. Yeah, I
You don't know the
who that is.
ventriloquist nigga?
That's what I'm saying. I was a black comedy like watcher, and then like obviously Jim Carrey and you know, like the popular Chris Farley's of the day.
Yeah.
I just
So when
Googled
this-
him.
So when
Never
this nigga
seen this
got
man
a
a day in my life.
exact bro. So this imagine me, 11-year-old coming from South Central, watching Martin, and you know what I'm saying, like all the regular nigga shit. I ended up getting into Seinfeld in high school. I wasn't into like that side of comedy.
Yeah.
You feel me? So imagine my surprise. This nigga gets on stage and everybody's like, "Oh wow, he came and showed up." I'm like, "Who's this nigga?"
And you're like, I've never seen him on Def Comedy Jam.
Exactly.
Hey, how many?
Comic
Hey,
View.
Jeff. Hey, Mr. Dunham. How many nights you done Comic View?
Right.
None. Huh? Earthquake's been on 5 times already.
I want to say,
I like
Shout out to Arnez J. That's one of the funniest niggas on Comic View, yo.
Arnett J. What's my other man? My man who. No. My man from. I feel bad for forgetting his name. In next Friday, he plays fucking Ice Cube's uncle. The one that won the lottery. His dad. That's what I
what
always
the
think
fuck
about when
is
they
his
get Comic View. He's funny as shit.
He's funny as shit,
Damn,
too.
why I
Yeah.
can't think of that nigga name.
I want to say, you and Zach got me into comedy like that. I mean,
Stand-up comedy.
like broader, like
Oh,
hitting
outside-
show.
You put him on the white comedy. That's what he's saying.
Nah,
we'll just
you're not talking about that.
Don Curry is his name.
Don Curry, yeah. Don DC Curry.
So, like,
DC Curry.
Amin, Zach, Katie Chernelia, Andrew Byrne.
Mhm.
Who else? I'm just trying to think that had me actually hanging out in Hollywood
We was
clubs.
going to the clubs,
This is when I connected with Jason. So like when I was living in Beverly Hills, I didn't know what to do. It was my first time living in LA since I moved for college. So when I came back, I'm like, all the basketball players gone to their respective cities. I'm living in LA. I don't have an actual crew to hang out with. And the means like, oh, I'm about to catch this show. Or me and Zach are about to go over here. And then I found myself hanging out at the comedy club, Hollywood Improv. I'm going every other day. Like just catching shit. I remember when Chappelle put up randomly.
I wasn't there. Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
missed
that one. Okay.
I missed that one. I've
I
never
was
seen
like-
Chappelle in the
I'm
club.
like, this nigga is mean. He's smoking cigarettes. I'm in this motherfucker coughing. You know what I mean? Like, but the one we did go to, we was in the back and it was super uncomfortable. Like the jokes were super uncomfortable and I loved it. And I had the greatest time. It was
I remember the shit. It was at the Improv and the nigga was
Mhm.
bombing. nigga was bombing and me and Trey, the only people in the room laughing. Everyone else was just silent. We died.
Now, were y'all laughing because he was bombing, or y'all were laughing because it actually
a little bit
was
of
funny?
both. A little bit of
It's-
both because
At
people
some point,
were too
yeah.
serious. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
we had reached 2018 was like post-Trump, like, you know what I mean? So motherfuckers was like, not everything. Me and Amin, like that shit was funny. Like we're in the back just fucking having a time, but everybody else was just like, oh, he pushed it too far. And I'm an uncomfortable comedy person. I like too far jokes where I'm like, and I felt like Chappelle gave us a little bit of this in this special. You know what I mean? Where I was like, this nigga targeting this community now. Oh, he wilding.
That shit's so funny, man.
He wilding, nigga.
I think when he came back and he hit another fucking LGBTQ joke, and he said the nigga in the back is like, he said that,
I came for these jokes, not this. I didn't know I was a target audience.
like, that nigga spitting.
Hey, he had a picture with the nigga from Congress that he was shooting on at the end. Did y'all see the photos at the end?
Yeah, I thought it was dope, man. It was nice to see kind of like Little Nas X and all that shit. And,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and the nigga, even the nigga Cena, that's his fucking one of his producers.
Oh, right.
We talk about I think of
Yeah.
a Persian new named
Yeah.
Cena. That's a real person, man.
Yeah.
So,
Sick.
but it's funny because like Chappelle does this thing where it's like some of his shit is like really big picture, deep thought kind of like, wow, man, this nigga really breaking down society and shit like that. And then sometimes it's just a dumbass joke, man.
Mhm.
And it's like I like the dumbass jokes even more because I'm like, yo, this thing is just like us. Like, not everything has to be the greatest tapestry ever
Mhm.
composed. Sometimes you just drop a joke. And the nigga said the FaceTime, he opened his wife's FaceTime. Oh, no, her
Oh my
her
God.
facial recognition on the phone. Like, it's just a dumbass joke, man.
Yeah. It's
But it's like, it's
relatable
funny.
though. It's very relatable and human. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that nigga say, "I'm
And then
yes,
he brought it
nigga."
back.
He's
And
like,
And then he
"Oh,
brings
yes,
it back on
I'm
himself
jealous."
too.
on
Mhm.
himself, yeah.
Sick
Nah,
nigga.
man. Like if you like Chappelle, again, to all the listeners, if you like Chappelle, you're gonna like this shit, man. I'm not saying it's his best ever, but it's funny. Like that's all.
It was good. It was good. I'm gonna put it up there from recents.
What do y'all think about what he said about? I don't think like of the recent one, the last couple. I don't think it's as good as some of the other ones. It's much more lighthearted for sure. The other ones, that nigga's half preaching and half talking.
They're heavy, but I don't love
Heavy.
that. That's what I'm saying. Like I felt like this one was like comedy,
It was just-
nigga. Like, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? It was get to the point. The other ones, the nigga was
Yeah.
being masterful. He was showing there's levels to this shit. I can
Yeah,
also
yeah.
talk about important shit and be funny. This shit was like, oh, if I'm a casual, I'm fucking with this one.
Yep. What did y'all
were you gonna
think
say?
about his whole thing about like being a powerful dreamer?
That was the part I felt the most, honestly.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I feel like he doesn't do enough jokes, you know, but he hits with his stories. Like his stories always hit. And so when he did that, what was it, like Iceberg Slim story in the one where he was in the comedy club? Like that was that's probably one of my favorite Dave Chappelle, like post Chappelle show moments. And like I felt like the powerful dreamer thing was something that like spoke to me. Like I like when an artist says a thought that I've had but haven't been able to express before, and like he did that, you know. And I think that's a great like attribute for like an amazing artist. Like he says something that was so obvious that nobody had really put it in that terminology, and then he found a joke in it too. You know what I'm saying? The joke with the Nas shit and all that was a good little, you know what I'm saying, dismount.
You know which video.
Right.
That's funny.
When he said a nigga like C-3PO, that was funny.
Trey, what was your favorite part of the? I know what my favorite shit was.
I mean, not to give too much, bro. Like,
yeah, just like the general.
man, the nigga was talking about Baltimore, man. Like, cause I just recently I was just recently out in Maryland, so like, it stuck a little bit out, cause like again, I ain't spent fairly enough time, but I started getting it the last time I was just in the DMV area, and I was like, I get that one. Like,
yo,
I understand. That nigga said Tupac mama was looking for
Tupac
a better life, nigga, and move from Baltimore to Oakland. Like, let that sit in.
That was probably the best joke of the show, actually. That was probably the best joke of the whole show.
Oh shit! It's like we in DC have been through some hard times. It's like Baltimore's still there. Jerv, what was your favorite bit? Now I haven't seen this twice.
Yeah.
What was new? Let me ask you this: what was new? What was the stuff that you hadn't seen?
I want to say the Will Smith Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Because I think that happened after the Roots picnic, I believe, right? But like the way he told intertwined that joke, he did it a different way. So that was dope to see him take a current event and then still make that go with his joke or whatever. But for me, I would say probably for me the best joint was I like the safety deposit box. Because I remember hearing when he said that, like I lost my mind.
Yeah,
I lost my mind, right? Because like it makes sense.
I like that shit a lot, man. He's like, bitch, you looked in it. No, my favorite I think was the Will Smith Chris Rock thing, because he had all of these opinions about what happened to Chris Rock that he gave Chris Rock shit for. And then he said the shit happened to him. And then all the other stuff that comes after that, obviously that story with his wife too comes in the aftermath of him getting attacked at the Hollywood Bowl. It's funny. That to me, you know what? In a way, that's what I was missing from Chris Rock's shit. Mm-hmm. Remember when Chris Rock, his shit finally came out, and most of his special wasn't about that. And then at the end, he starts addressing it. And I thought he addressed it like, oh yeah, he made some jokes, but he was making a point. Mm-hmm. When I wanted him to have fun with it the way Chappelle had fun with this shit, where he was like, and then fucking Diddy come out and then they all started whooping his ass and he started shitting on his security guy for fucking
busting his ass with them loafers.
Yeah, Travis, like I wanted Chris Rock to have fun with it. I don't know if you guys saw John Mulaney's special that came out maybe like almost like maybe a year ago.
I started watching it. I didn't finish it.
Dog, it's funny as shit because he talks about he's funny, but it's even funnier because he talks about his friends having an intervention and entering him into rehab. And one of the jokes he says is like, he gets into rehab and like one of the people like introduces themselves and they say, "What's your name?" to him. And he's like, "Oh, I see what we're doing here. We're doing like okay, oh yeah. Like, my name's John." Like, and then she asks him, "What do you do for a living, John?" And he's like, "Are you fucking serious?" Like, motherfucker took offense. Like, even though he's like, I said I went in with like a low profile, I didn't want anyone to recognize me. But when she asked me what I do for a living, like, "Are you fucking serious?" So it's like he's talking about some real ass shit that happened to him. He lost his fucking marriage and he lost job opportunities and like motherfuckers like got scandalized. They wrote a whole fucking New Yorker shit about him, and he was high as fuck when they interviewed him.
About John Mulaney?
John Mulaney, the nigga.
Yeah, John Mulaney. Bro. Yeah, John Mulaney was going through it, bro.
For
super
real?
fiend.
Never heard of it.
For what? What was his drug of choice?
Fucking blow, dude.
Oh
dog,
yeah, he was going.
The way they got him. The way they got him to the intervention was they told him this motherfucker was supposed to do Saturday Night Live, and was like, fucking literally left hair and makeup to go get some blow. Like,
nigga was on he was on his Chris Aaron.
This nigga was super fucking fiending, right? So the way they got him to intervention is they told him, "Yo, we got some blow for you here." And the niggas show up and they see everybody get confused and they start, and he said like 15 minutes in, the motherfucker was like, "So to be clear, there's no blow here. Like, we just doing, there's not blow at the end of this shit." Right. So again, like, this was like some serious shit that happened to him. He was in the news or whatever, but like his fucking special was just fucking making fun of the shit. Right. And that's all like I feel. Yeah, man. I'm like, you know what, man? That's not to tell comedians how to do their job, but that's your job, nigga. Like, I don't want to hear you explain yourself. Right. Because I also don't
want to hear you complain. Like, or complain. When I feel like you're complaining, you lost me. Dog. And my intro to Mulaney was like him like being a 30 something comedian, and then the relatability of being in your 30s and the shit that the content that he was talking about, that lured me in. Then when he went fucking down, and I was like, no, because this is my new guy. And then now he's back and he's doing his thing. But like the vulnerability was the part. Like
Martin Lawrence, run tell that. Fucking hated that shit because the nigga was fire to me. I hate that.
Second one.
That nigga was complaining the whole fucking time.
The suit. He had the suit on.
That's the second one, right?
The brown suit, yeah.
That's the second one, yeah.
But he was
complaining.
Cool.
That nigga was complaining the whole time.
I remember when that shit came out. I love that.
He was cooked though. That's why.
You know what it was when they came out, bro. You was so hyped. You was hyped to have him back. Remember that was his hiatus. But if you really look at that one,
I'm telling you, this is him coming back after the jogging and the trash bags and all that shit.
I know exactly where that intersection is. Again, in the Valley of LA, like right by Fat Burger. Just saying. But I remember, because this was also after Kings of Comedy. So Kings of Comedy had blew up in theaters, and I remember like it was the new theater comedy.
Yeah,
shit.
You go to movie theater
to see a comedy, and Martin Lawrence did this shit with Run Tell That. I went with my mom. I remember like the niggas was dying. I don't remember the complaint factor. I remember him kind of making fun of himself being high in the middle of the street.
I was
Isn't that one
fucking
of the
with
big
it, bro.
jokes?
It's hella quotables in there. That
Yeah.
motherfucker he just was so cooked. He was cooked. He was like at that motherfucking stage where you like, I didn't really could tell when people was on drugs at that particular age.
Right.
That nigga was still cooked. He was cooked.
I didn't know John Mulaney was on drugs. I thought the nigga was super square.
Yeah,
no.
Nah, he gets
like
after
the
it,
opposite.
bro.
Yeah, I thought he was on this P. Holmes shit, and the nigga was.
Well, P. Holmes is fucking. Oh, P. Holmes. I thought I was thinking about Pete. What's his name?
Yeah, I don't know half the people's names y'all are saying right now. This is crazy.
You don't know. You don't know John Mulaney. You don't know Pete Holmes. You don't know Pete Davidson.
I know Pete Davidson, but I only know Pete Davidson because he was in the news.
He's smashing.
Yeah, Pete Holmes had a show on HBO.
Yo, the last line that had me crying that was relatable. That nigga said, "When the stripper tell you your real name, it's time to go home." That's so relatable, bro. I'd have been
Deborah knee
deep in the fucking strip club, nigga, just ready to go home, but I'm just chilling with the homies, and then the stripper's like, "Yeah, my real name's not Hawaii. It's Patrice." And nigga be in there like, "Hey, bro, I don't want to hear about your plans."
It's funny because like he brought it back later. Like, who is? Yo, speaking of being cooked, man, this nigga Antonio Brown. I know this ain't on the rundown, but I gotta go to this shit because this nigga's got the funniest goddamn tweets just this week.
Just this week.
This week.
And I don't follow this nigga. His
nobody does. It just be showing on your For You. He goes so crazy, nigga.
Bro,
setting that nigga up, bro.
Every tweet is a banger. Like,
fuck them white bitches.
Just random. What happened for that?
No context. No context.
It was no context, bro. He just threw that out there.
CTE in the pussy came too early is what CTE stands for.
Amazing. That's that might be Hall of Fame tweet. I might have to go like all his whole little run before he gets lost in the scuffle.
If I pay for your wax, you chilling with me until your hair grow back. I'm not mad at that one.
That nigga's sick, dog. That's fucking territorial. That's sick as hell. Go ahead.
His quote tweets be hilarious.
How you taking Christmas pics and I just fucked you last week?
I mean, the man's got a point. I mean, that's wild.
Oh no, I gotta find this next one. There's one that he had. I was dying. I was like, yo, this nigga's out here really. Oh shit, where is it? That's not that one. No, nigga. Oh, by the way, he always tweets like it's like lyrics to a song.
Yeah,
I mean, he is a rapper.
He's a rapper. Put that.
We might get that shit on. I'm about to tweet him like, yo, can we get a CTE album? Came too early.
CTE came too early.
Came too early, the album, bro. Pause if need be.
Pause.
I don't think there was a need be. It was a definite.
No, because he was talking about pussy. Came too early in the pussy. He's like CTE in the pussy. That's the line.
But they trying to pause me for saying he came.
Oh, they're trying to pause you for saying it out of context.
Niggas reaching like Space Jam over here.
the Madden cover is like, this is the face you make when you bust a nut and she's still going. I mean, yo, man, like this thing he's out of control. I gotta find the one I saw it. If my nut's on your chin, then where my dick at? Thinking face with that. Oh, here we go. Hotel sex be different. You got to do shit you won't do at home, like nut on the TV.
Yeah, crazy, that's crazy. That's a sick tweet. That's a Hall of Fame tweet right there, for sure.
He said nut on the TV, man. He tweeted that one twice.
He recognizes greatness.
Damn, not TD Jakes.
I'm such a sucker.
We didn't cover that too much, bro. But TD Jakes had himself a fucking week the other week, bro.
Yeah, he
this
did.
Nigga, yeah, that's some wild shit to come out, right? Like, imagine like watching the news, like, yo, damn, Wow, Diddy's all caught up in this Cassie thing. Huh. Crazy. Oh, look at these stories of him being just awful to people. Oh, that's me. Hold on. What's that? The TGJ. Sorry, what y'all saying? What? Dog. That man, my man, like, did you be caught off guard like that?
They calling my man Power
Bro.
Bottom. Nigga, the
Damn.
was just so crazy,
bro. But it all started from like a fake misinformation style TikTok video. I don't know if you saw it.
Oh, the phone?
Yeah.
Bro.
No,
Bro,
I
that
didn't
should
see
be
it.
so tricky. Bro, like the way the internet works is so wild if you really think about it.
No
like,
accountability, bro. None.
bro, like they literally, like, truth be told, I mean, like they slandered this man whole name, whole career, everything, and it's all off a fake video and then hearsay. So it's like a video. So it's a chick, like, she's on TikTok, like, did you know, blah blah blah, and it's the words. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you see the words on the video and somebody's like cutting every 4 seconds, you're like, okay, this must be real. And then it's like a phone call from some like random person, like saying he did this and that, to, like, I guess they saying they're a journalist or something, to corroborate her misinformation story, right? But it could just be me and you.
No, that's the crazy thing. Like, people will believe anything they see. Dude, people will listen. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna transition this into something. So Tom Habershaw, our buddy Tom Habershaw, wrote about last year, before all the suspensions and shit, John Morant called a referee a hoe in an interview, right? But it never came out because literally the game was Memphis at Oklahoma City during the holidays. None of the Memphis media made the trip even to cover the game in Oklahoma City. Most Oklahoma City media, there's like one person, right? And so the one dude was an AP reporter because Ja had been ejected from the game. So he went to the locker room. He's like, I'm gonna ask Ja about the ejection. Is Ja being made available? And Memphis PR said, yeah. He goes, he's the only media person there. So instead of like having a bunch of people with their phones and cameras out, it was literally just one dude. So he asked Ja, yo, what happened? You got one T and then you got another T. And Ja's response basically is Ray Acosta, the ref, was being a hoe. So the dude, because he's not even the regular AP dude, he's the backup dude.
He don't know where, he don't even know where to take this shit.
Yeah, he's like I just filling in for the main dude who's off for the holidays. Like, I thought I'd just give him a break. I'm a 65-year-old college professor. I just do this shit on the side as a side hustle. So he ends up taking it out the story. He sends it to them, to the AP, but he's like, in his write-up, he leaves that quote out, and the AP doesn't put it out either. And because his whole thing is like, if I left it in there, the story wouldn't be about his ejection. The story would be about his comment. Then it blows up. And by the way, I'm not the one who's going to be dealing with this shit. The AP nigga that I'm backing up, I'm trying to give him some time off. Now he
going to have to deal with it and come back to some work.
To some work, right? So I'm not going to do that shit. So he's like, I left it out. So it never gets reported and it never gets heard. So Tom gets the shit this week. He wrote something else about John Morant last week. And so the dude, the AP guy's like, yo, I read your shit, by the way. Here's the sound from this shit. So Tom like puts it out and he writes this really, what I thought was a really fucking wise remark, which is like a smart thing, that back in the days when media was in the locker room, players automatically knew to have their guards up. I'm not going to say no crazy shit. There's 17 cameras and 14 microphones, whatever. I'm always going to be on top of my shit. But because of COVID and because like the league has been more and more restrictive about who gets in the locker room, and because of some of these wild ass destinations like Oklahoma City where nobody want to go, you're increasingly finding locker rooms where these niggas are talking to nobody or talking to one person. And it's a lot easier to talk crazy when it's just one person. And so he's like, does this generation, the Ja generation, are they missing out on something that like the LeBron, Chris Paul generation had, which was, fear of like, them niggas is on me, so I gotta watch what I say. Michael Jordan, watch what he say because he's surrounded by mics. Kobe Bryant, watch what he say because he's surrounded by mics. John Morant, ain't nobody around here, so I could say some crazy shit because I didn't grow up with this feeling of, you gotta watch yourself. So in essence, like that shit kind of almost got him in trouble. Well, I thought it was a great point. I never thought about it. And so Demetria Obalor, who she's got a TV show or a podcast on Revolt, and she's big on social media, whatever. She tweets out, she quote tweets Tom shit. She says, "The targeting of Ja Morant continues. Bad journalism, Tom. This isn't a story. You've been holding this exclusive audio since last year, LMAO, and now you decide it's timely to release it under the guise of trying to save the NBA superstar from himself. I'm not clicking your link." So a couple of things came to mind when I saw her tweet. The first thing was the nigga literally wrote in his fucking tweet and in the headline of the column, if you saw nothing else, the finder obtained the audio last week. He said, "I just got it."
Niggas don't read.
But I'm saying, but like niggas don't read. But like this is the one thing I do.
Just name an episode, by the way.
If it's random motherfuckers on the internet, y'all just random up. You a fan, you'll get loud, you're gonna say what you want to say. But
mute the conversation.
She's a journalist.
Mm-hmm.
She went to journalism school. She worked in local news. She got her own show, right? She knows the deal. For her to be so sloppy, like, you say you had it since last year. Did you read the thing? Not the thing. I know you didn't read it. I didn't click on the link.
I mean, Tom White. He targeted.
No, but it ain't.
I'm being sarcastic, by the way.
I know.
Hey, hey, Trey. White niggas. Sidebar. White niggas really think it's out for them. It's up for them right now. Like they really think like if you ask a white man for real in America right now, some real shit. Like if they think they being targeted, bro, they really think they the niggas right now on some crazy.
I mean,
shit.
To be fair, bro,
in the literal sense, they're the niggas,
and the liberal ones too, bro. Like all of them, bro. If you really ask them in a serious, like you give them 2 shots and let them ease up and like say what they really feel. Like a nigga will tell you, like, yeah, it's hard for me right now. Like what?
I mean, look, from the other side, how Amin's perspective was, me and Tom had a conversation. I told him, like, bro, I read it. I don't have a problem with it. I said, there's no right timing for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Whether the motherfucker was going 0 for 5, whether they 5-0, it's journalism. My thing is, as the motherfucking journalist, you got to understand, once you release it, it's going to be critiqued. And it wasn't targeted. Yeah. We know you, nigga. My white nigga. We know you that you not one of them. You know what I'm saying? You like he literally on my fucking refrigerator. That white family on my fucking refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? My brother. You know what I'm saying? Realistically. But at the end of the day, Black Twitter don't know that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
No, but that's why I say, Trey.
So the 1% is gonna react like how
I'm not talking about Black Twitter.
Demetria, because she bullhorned that shit to Black Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
But my thing is, but
niggas is following.
That's my criticism. But that's my criticism is never on Black Twitter because Black Twitter is gonna do what Black Twitter does, right?
Right.
Like they're gonna take it and run with it. The same people who think, whatever. But like when it's someone who works in this shit, like I think at the very least, if you're going to react to a tweet, you better read the tweet, right? You
don't think that this is engagement farming in some form or fashion?
Like again, maybe I want to think more highly of her than like I know this nigga said this, but I'm gonna do this because this is gonna get the internet going. I want to think more highly of her because I'm, as someone who works in media, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt that she didn't give Tom, right? She didn't give Tom the benefit of the doubt. Like, this dude works in media, and like, if you look at his track record, this nigga's not like, he's not Skip Bayless. He's not, one of these guys that says sensational things. Or the things he writes about are or tweets about even, like, are of a certain caliber. So maybe I don't agree with his headline and I won't click his link, but I'm gonna read the tweet at least, like to the thing that I'm supposedly reacting to, right? It's one of my big pet peeves in the world. Like, be mad at me for some shit I did say. Don't be mad at me for shit I didn't say. When I said De'Aaron Fox is who Ja thinks, or is who De'Aaron Fox thinks. What did I say? I said Ja is who De'Aaron Fox thinks he is. Right? I said that.
You inspired All-Star play.
I mean, that's my funny way of talking about it. But like the real, I always say is like, I never said De'Aaron Fox sucked. I never said he was garbage. I never said he wasn't good. I never said he couldn't play. I never said any of those things. I never insinuated that. What I was insinuating is that Ja is a better player, and B is a more impactful player beyond like just playing basketball, dribbling, shooting, but all that stuff. Like what Ja does on the court at that time was better than what De'Aaron Fox did.
But then you went up on the Kings though. After that, you did.
No, but I went up on the Kings because they're not good. They weren't good.
Then they got good.
No. But niggas was mad at me at the time.
Right.
And by the way, that year when I said it about him,
no, they went like 26 and 60 or some shit.
Hold on. Yeah. So when me and him had that back and forth, this was December of the COVID year, the year after. So the year when it started Christmas. Remember that season?
Yeah.
So it was December, meaning it was the first month of the season. And me and him had a little back and forth. And the last thing I said to him is I said, it's cool. I'll even come to Sacramento on May 15th. And we can hang out at Chuck E. Cheese. And the significance of May 15th was that was the last day of the regular season. Because my thing was, your season's going to be over on that day. And niggas talk shit. And then the Kings played the Grizzlies and De'Aaron Fox played well. And the Kings won. And it was like, what's up now? What's up? And all that shit. And what were they May 15th? They were sitting their ass at fucking home. Like I said.
Did you pull up the Chuck E. Cheese?
I didn't. I had to work. I couldn't.
Oh, see,
well, he might have been there. He might have been waiting for you.
You wasn't standing on business, man.
I should have gone. Well, I was standing on business, my business. I'm not gonna pay out of pocket to fly to fucking Sacramento. So watch this. So that was 2021. Terrible. He's good, not as good as Ja, and the Kings are not good at all. 21-22. Were they good? No, they were fucking terrible. And Ja was better. Ja was on the MVP ballot. Ja was an all-star. Ja won most improved player. Kings, nowhere to be found. Last year, Mike Brown first year, and they start the season well, and I'll never forget this. De'Aaron Fox says, he had a quote where he's like, yeah, like coach has us like emphasizing defense a little bit more, like a lot more. And, you know, he talks about shot selection, but I don't think there's any difference between me last year and this year. And I'm like, that's my point. That was my whole point. My whole point was this nigga still thought like I'm the same person. Like, no, you're not. If you needed someone to tell you to emphasize these things, then by definition, you are not the same person. You have changed. You have become better due to your coaching. Through this all, I never once said he couldn't play. But Black Twitter don't give a fuck.
No, yeah.
I guess King's Twitter or NBA Twitter, right? It doesn't matter, right? Oh, he called him a bitch. He called him a bitch. And then like every time he has a good game, I get like someone. There's one account on Instagram. I can't remember what it is. It's a Sacramento account, obviously. But every time he has a good game, these niggas will post the original graphic that they created in December of 2020. Throwback when ESPN, like with no reference to anything, just as if that shit just happened today on the day he scored 50 or on the day they beat the Celtics by 40 or whatever. They do that shit. And I'm like, I get it, man. Engagement farms, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, like it's all goes back to the lunch table. You know what I'm saying? And that's what she's the pretty girl who's picking on the nerdy white nigga and pulling the bullhorn, and everybody laughs at lunch, and it doesn't matter the context. Everybody laughs.
Hey, man, don't be calling my brother.
I'm not no nerd, yo.
Nah, he a nerd.
Basketball writer, nigga. He's a nerd.
He know how to put a durag on, bruh.
The nigga podcast is called Nerder She Wrote, man. The nigga had a podcast called Nerder She Wrote. He's a nerd.
I fuck with Tom, but we're not fighting that one.
but I guess Jason, I guess it's a difference
that nerdy
between
nigga. Like he wasn't like he didn't have a Mr. Bitches run in Miami, probably.
chill.
All right, yeah, I'm joking.
So Jason, I'm gonna give you an example. You know Mandy, right? Mandy from Horrible Decisions podcast.
Yeah.
Right? Thick Mandy, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Thick Mandy had said that shit, I'd be like, that's Mandy, man. Like she talking shit. Like she getting it off, right? If Wheezy had said that shit, if Melissa Ford had said that shit, if like any number of pretty girls who have a bullhorn said that shit, I'd be like, you know what? This girl went to journalism school, my man. This girl worked in local news. Like, you're supposed to know better, right? You're supposed to know better. And like, in a way, that's it. That like, I was like, oh, that's disappointing. Like, if it was someone else, I wouldn't even have like responded. I put because she posted on Instagram, and I wrote, for what it's worth, he didn't get it he didn't hold on to it since last year. He says clearly he got it last week, right? That's beyond the content. I'm not even gonna push you on the content. So I guess I was a little like disappointed. I'm like, you're supposed to know better. Like if Angela Rye, you know better.
Right.
Angela.
But I think honestly, like we get into minutia of it, like Demetria is kind of like right on the cusp of like, can I get popping off the internet versus like
no, for sure,
like the real journalist.
But like but my thing is this, right? Like Eric Spoelstra is a great coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eric Spoelstra started in the video room. Started as a video coordinator. So it would be like if Eric Spoelstra started shitting on a video coordinator. Because now I'm a coach, like, nah, man. Like you know where you came from. You know you have a level of discerning.
Don't forget about the people or where you came from.
Yeah, or like especially like that's where you know the deal. You know how like people don't read shit, don't listen to shit. They just react off of 140 characters. So she should know. I thought she should know better than to do that. It's the same. Like every time I get into some shit on the internet, I don't give a fuck when it's like these random people. I'll talk my shit and whatever. But the ones where I'm like, I will always hit up people like, yo, bro, you fucking like. I'll give you a great example. When I did my whole shit with the wrestling thing, y'all remember that shit?
What wrestling?
You know the thing when the motherfuckers got mad because I said. The dude who won the thing, I was like, there was a tweet where it's like a video of a kid watching his dad win the intergalactic whatever. And it's like, oh, USA Today was like, must watch. So-and-so son discovering his dad wins a thing. And I was like, I quoted it, I was like, yeah, until he finds out it was all fucking scripted. It was like an innocent like joke or whatever. Like, oh my God, my dad won the thing that they wrote. Okay. Now, all these wrestling people got mad. It turns out the kid is autistic. So then, rather than be mad at me because I made a joke about wrestling, they turned it into I'm making fun of an autistic kid. I said, I'm not making fun of the kid. I'm making fun of wrestling. I didn't say stupid ass. I didn't say that shit. I said wrestling. But now it's getting bigger and bigger. Now the wrestlers are the fucking WWE people. Mick Foley, the nigga that wears a fucking
Mick Foley came after.
Yeah.
Yo, bro.
Hell yeah.
What?
Yo, you don't want it with Mick Foley, dog.
I don't give a fuck, man. Like, I don't like I said, you could
I
be
seen
like,
that
hey,
man get choke slammed through a steel cage and laying on nails, bro. You don't want that.
Stop glazing.
Look at
Stop glazing.
Yeah.
Hey, that was the greatest match of all time.
Stop glazing, man.
Hold up, bro. Hold up. Since you won't go there, I got. Can I ask y'all a question?
No.
I'll let you go ahead. Do you think?
Then you bring it. So like, I don't give a fuck, honestly, because if that nigga said, "Hey man, don't say that shit about wrestling," I'll be like, "All right, bro, you got it. My bad." But when you say, "Hey man, you can't make fun of that kid," and all, I'm like, "Yo, bro, I didn't say that shit. You're not gonna make me act like I said that shit." Now here's what happened. WWE had just the week before got into a $100 million deal with ESPN for ESPN to cover them like they're a real fucking sport, which is fucking dumb. But the niggas from WWE literally called ESPN to complain about me. So then the ESPN was like, yo, man, you got to apologize. I was like, I didn't say shit. And they're like, yeah. And my man, shout out to my man, I'll say his name, Josh Krulowitz. He's real. Because he said to me, Amin, you could either fight this shit, and you're right, you didn't do shit, and burn all the capital it takes to make sure that you're right on this thing. Or you could just say, I'm sorry, and make it go away and save all that capital for another day when you really need it. So shout out to him. I was like, all right, I'll do the apology, whatever. One of the niggas that worked at ESPN that I worked with, what was my man? Jerv was a bald-headed black dude, light-skinned black dude who used to do sports, and he had the radio show, and he was really into wrestling. Can't remember the name.
Freddie?
Not Freddie. No, shout out to Freddie's my man. Freddie's still there. No, this nigga's not there. Jonathan Coachman.
Coach. Yeah.
Jonathan, who I'd done his radio show multiple times, including filling in for his guest co-host. Always rock with the dude. Always, hey man, whatever you want to do. Always playing along. Always courteous. Every time I see him, what's up, man? Always cool with him. Seeing him in the cafeteria, whatever. This nigga gonna do a whole 15-minute segment about me on his show. I'm not saying you have to have me on to respond, whatever. Nigga, you're not gonna text me? Hey man, I was disappointed by da. Or hey man, what the fuck happened? None of that shit. You gonna do a whole ass segment. Again, millions of wrestling fans, including fucking Mick Foley or whatever the fuck. Y'all are stupid. Y'all got it wrong. I don't give a fuck about y'all. But you, nigga, you're supposed to know better. You're supposed to know better because you have my number. You're in my, we followed you. You could DM me. You could reach out. You could get your producer to reach out to me. Not to put me on air. Have a conversation. I hurt your feelings. Have a conversation. Don't fucking do that shit. Talking shit about me or whatever. Like, it was fucking ridiculous, man. So, I mean, I always get sensitive to that when people who should know. I never get sensitive to randos. I never get sensitive to the some dudes of the world. I get sensitive when it's like, no, you're a real person. You're a real person who has my contact info. Or you're a real person who knows this job. Don't do that. Don't fucking spill that shit like that.
Jerv, were you about to say something about the Hell in a Cell match?
Yeah.
No, what's about saying anything about
glazing? It's about glazing.
Yeah. The audacity of this man to come at me like that. Y'all had I wanted to ask. There's been a lot of social media action going on, a lot of stuff, and there was a conversation on the pod maybe about 2-3 episodes ago where a certain individual, I'm not going to say his name, but he's in the top right corner. He might be in the top right corner of this podcast today, right? Said that, he can't tell certain people that they did a good job or had a good game or something like that because, it's this and a third. And then there's a whole bunch of just love on the internet. And I just want to know how come that's okay, but you can't.
About what? You got to give me some details here, Jerv. I don't know.
Okay. So let's just say.
I'm gonna show you my Nexo after you finish too, because I'm a bet.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, let's just say you were an individual that had a friend that played basketball for a professional organization. We'll just call it the NBA for this conversation. Sure. And this person is one of the best in the world, right? Top 3 or 4 kind of guy.
Okay, I know that's part of it. Like, tell me what the thing was that Trey said.
I mean, anytime that said person has a good game, there's an at and a yo gets buckets or crazy shot and all this shit. But niggas is too cool to say it like when if they kicking it like, yo, dog, you had a good game, but you can oh man, such and such gets buckets.
Okay, Trey. So now I'm gonna give you an opportunity to respond to these allegations. That
can you bleep the name too? You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
I think we know. We like.
Yeah,
we don't.
No. I'm not bleeping that. I got it's a
there's
name.
Another name.
It's name, brother. Because know, we don't want. I mean, it's already.
My bad. I forgot who I'm talking to. My bad, dog. I don't want no disrespect.
So when put out this little rumor that K was frustrated, you feel me? All of a sudden, everybody expected my boy to ask for a trade. That wasn't the case. Very loose rhetoric on a national publication. So the best way to respond is having a good game, brother. My man responded with a triple-double. I said, rumor has it, K had a triple-double. use those sources. It's talking shit. You feel me? Because again, if any of y'all niggas, if niggas was trying to shit on Jason and it got too far, I'm using you as an example because I like you, brother. If it got too far and I sat around and I laughed and niggas is laughing too hard, I'm gonna be like, hold on, not too much on my guy, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all going too far. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going too far. And in the situation, NBA Twitter being NBA Twitter, Black Twitter being Black Twitter, was questioning legacies, was saying, oh, he gonna get trade. He requesting a trade to the Lakers. I'm sick of this dude. And I'm like, just because a nigga frustrated. The Pistons just won their fucking first game in 2 months. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, but Trey, I think it's all back to the same like lunchroom vibe. Like niggas is gonna talk shit.
I mean,
when
fair,
niggas threw the you know what I'm saying, whatever.
I don't think it was a joke though. I think when you talk about that bleep individual, it's more facts. When people hear his name.
People
they don't question that. They don't question that. They don't question that at all.
I still feel like it's a Gatorade in the hallway. Like somebody threw an open Gatorade in the hallway. Now
all that's fine and dandy. Shout out to you for being a stand-up friend. Shout out to you, my brother. You know, all that's fine and dandy. What I'm saying is you're circling around my point, which is if you can do all that, there should be nothing wrong with saying, yo, man, he had a good game last night.
Look,
like, if you can do all this, you can tell the nigga he had a good game. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sure. But again, people know I'm close to the situation a couple times. I've been texted a couple times asking why does he want to go? Why does he want to get traded? Yada, yada, yada. The best response was the performance.
That's great. You can still tell the nigga a good game. That's all I'm saying.
People ask me,
this nigga dancing around my point, which is, dog, if you about to go on this social crusade, my nigga, there's nothing wrong with like, yo, fam.
Hey,
yo,
but hit
shit out boy last night.
Hey, hit dogs holler. You got offended because I said you was glazing McFoley.
Which you were about?
You were.
Yo, y'all little Cali motherfuckers is real cool with y'all little Euro steps y'all be trying to do on conversations and shit to get the heat off y'all.
To the listeners, I was glazing. If that makes you feel better.
Whoa.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's the clip. I don't know how that's nothing to do with anything, but that is the clip.
Just that to the listeners. I was glazing.
Hey,
shit.
Perfect.
All right, look, my skin, man. We got a whole rundown though. I know we went off a whole 50 minutes, bro.
My bad. All right,
you're good, bro.
What do you want? What do you want?
I'm gonna just do some quick hitters. BCS.
Okay.
Florida State whined and whined and whined and whined, and Jason agreed, Jerv agreed, Juju agreed. Amin, I think you agreed that they didn't belong, and they did not, because Georgia beat the living hell out of them 63-3.
They beat them like
fucking
they
massacre.
Man.
I didn't listen. I know they had 25 fucking people out. Man, nobody want to see that shit. Shout out to the people, to the committee picking the right fucking teams that should be playing.
Oh, wait. Florida State sat out a bunch of people or Alabama did? Or Georgia did?
All these niggas is sitting out in these miscellaneous ass bowls because now they got the playoffs, which is dope. But all these niggas are sitting out. If you got any chance of being drafted, if you got any chance of going at any round, or if you just got a ton of NIL money and you might come back next year, but no reason to fuck shit up, which I totally understand. Niggas ain't playing in the bowl games anymore. They got to figure it out. They got to figure out how to make niggas play in bowl games now. That's the new issue.
Well,
I hate to do it like this, but I would be like, nah, because that sound very old and grumpy.
No, it does.
I was gonna say, if you want to be drafted, you have to complete the season for the bowl.
Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that.
I wouldn't do that.
I got the answer, Trey, and the NBA already figured it out. You just pay niggas to play in the bowl. Whoever win the bowl, get a check.
Yep.
Niggas should be like all of these companies is sponsoring these Pop-Tarts and Chick-fil-A and all these companies is sponsoring SunTrust. All of these companies sponsoring the bowls, nigga. Just put $1 million up for the kids who are playing the game. Whoever win, get the $1 million check. Y'all split it 53 ways. Boom. Niggas is gonna show up.
Question. I'm with you on that. Do they still get their gift though? Like they still get the bowl gift, right? Like
whatever else is included. You add in this.
What do you think? What do you think niggas got from the Pop-Tarts bowl? Like a backpack and some Pop-Tarts.
This nigga swear nigga got motherfucking brown sugar box. Hey,
my nigga. Okay, but if you go to the Beats by Dre bowl, you gonna get some beats or some shit.
Probably, but you also gonna get an incentive.
Beats by Dre bowl sounds hard. I like that.
Appreciate you, yo.
We got Dre. We got to call it Dre for that.
We got to figure it out.
This is the clip now.
So we got this is involving Jason. You can, I don't know if you followed it a little bit. I think you shared it. Debo versus the fake Cam Newton.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that shit was so funny, bro. Yeah, that's the internet. That's niggas wanting to react to shit that don't even.
I mean, how many
before Jason goes off on his whole little thing that he about to do on his Viva, let me just say this is the what's the right word to use? Can't use certain words anymore. I can just bleep mine. This if y'all tell me if I need to bleep this. This is the spiciest back and forth.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't even really think it was back and forth, bro. Because that really. Wasn't even
it wasn't. It wasn't because So let's tell the story. Explain the story for the people that don't know.
So basically, Debo got into it with Cam Newton, saying that he wasn't showing up to his show, his podcast.
Fake Cam Newton.
No, but before, how we even uncovered this was that there was some like misunderstanding between the real Debo and the real Cam Newton. Debo thinking that Cam had invited him on his show and that he didn't accept, and Cam was like, "Oh, I'm not fucking with this nigga," whatever. So it came out in the public that the niggas was beefing. And then somehow it got uncovered then that somebody who was faking to be Cam Newton, in the same way that the Cat Williams and Dave Chappelle shit happened on Twitter.
Oh, it was a fake account?
Yes. You didn't know that, Jerv?
No, I checked, bro. I checked out.
This is so spicy. Nigga,
once Cam hit him back with the whatever the message, and then I was like, man, I ain't got time for this.
Some kids, whoever got a hold of Debo Samuel's number and started texting him in the style of Cam Newton.
No, that's the shit that had me. First I was like, that's corny. The fucking I hate when people do that shit. But when I saw them niggas were typing with them winged in characters, I was like, I wanted to dap the dude up. You know what? Like, you got it, bro.
That's a lot of effort, bro.
That's a good prank. That's a good ass prank.
It was a great, that was a punk level prank. Like, definitely Ashton Kutcher.
Because if I'm Debo, why wouldn't it be Cam Newton? If he type like that's like, all right, there you go. Who else would type like that, man? So but the whole thing started was because Cam Newton said Cam Newton, he said Brock Purdy was up.
I would create an app and sell the character keyboard. Because I don't know how that nigga brain, how the fuck you even holding them certain letters to even get. Because you know that's effort. I mean, you don't add an additional keyboard. You have to hold O a certain way.
You gotta flip it and then put it. It's it's the same. It's the same thing I seen. Pause. I see niggas that type where they type a long ass message like an Instagram comment, and the first letter of every word is capitalized. Yeah, I said, my nigga, like that takes effort. You gotta keep going ahead, Cap.
I said that's a 5-minute message for real.
Do you think it's Cam or his social media manager that's doing that?
No, that's Cam, bro. There's no way. Dog, how would you explain that? You got hired. Like I'll be a social media manager. I got control
between Cam's text and LeBron's use of emojis.
I would apply to be Cam Newton's social media manager. I would tell him like I have a expert like understanding of his language. In the way he types, like, look, Cam, just send me the text regular, and I'll camify it there. Yeah, exactly. I'll send it back. I'll send it back to you before I post it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get a job as Cam Newton's social media man.
That's fucking hilarious. I think I said I'll camify it for you. Don't worry. I got you, bro. Nice speaking the language. What else we got on the rundown?
So there's something else. I was gonna say, so we're approaching a new year in a couple hours. Well, if you're listening to this, we're in a new year. We're in 2024. We're in our Kobe year, our King Griffey year, whatever you want to call it. What is the best way to celebrate New Year's?
I I actually texted with one of my homies about this because we were trying to figure out what to do for New Year's. Spoiler alert, I'm not doing shit. I'm just gonna go home and chill. But he was like, I'm gonna read the exchange. Motherfucker said, What are you thinking? I said, what's up? He said, I'm thinking about running the streets. I said, I don't want to run the streets, man. It feels like a hassle. I'll do a house party though. So then he says, women have no standards on Halloween and New Year's, and I'd like to be one of their annual mistakes. He said, then I said to him, like, so why don't you host a party? He's like, here's the problem. Since our friend group knows no women, we're forced to forage in the streets like the zombies in I Am Legend, because my house party will be nice, not a hassle, and a good time had by all, but no mistakes. Basically saying, like, all the girls that were coming up, we wouldn't they're our homies, so you won't mess with them like that. So you basically can't be a fucking New Year's douchebag if you're hosting the party. So I said, what we need to be is invited to someone else's house party where we barely know anyone. He says, and this is what he said, this is the ingredients for a good New Year's. Good company, good food, not overspending, being warm or having access to warmth, being safe, being in an environment to meet new people. He said, is that hard? I said, yes.
It's very hard. Absolutely.
No, it's impossible, man. That's like the women who said, I want a man who makes high six figures, and has this 8-pack of abs, and went to Harvard, and
gives me all his time,
and owns his own business,
and pays all the bills.
Yeah, and always sticks to the check, but doesn't have any kids and never been married.
Yeah.
Jerv, what is the best way to celebrate New Year's?
Just to piggyback off what Amin just said, I'm not gonna lie, I did have a thought today, like, I should probably just clean the crib up just in case someone had some crazy resolution where they were like, no, I'm not gonna talk to him in 2023, but now that it's 2024. Oh, I just want to be ready. Okay. But for me, I'm about to contradict the fuck out of myself. I usually go to church on New Year's Eve to keep it all the way real.
Oh my God, this nigga went from cleaning his crib for some impending pussy to I'm going to church.
Holla at the Lord. Nigga said,
that's usually what I do.
Wow.
I usually do go to church New Year's Eve. Every now and then I go to a party or something, but I don't. Philly's too crazy, man. Like I don't want to be outside. It's crazy on the fucking January 12th. I don't need to be outside when niggas is like have reasons to shoot in the air.
Wait, Jerv, are you a regular church goer?
No, I go through my phases.
Yeah, but so are you in church like when the ball?
He's like the Easter nigga, bro. He's like the Easter nigga.
So I used to always be, but now that they changed it, like services get over earlier now. They don't really have them like be at 12 anymore. Yeah, like they usually get them over at like 10 or like 11 now. I used to do, yeah,
because they try to jam. That's it, trying to get that shit in.
The pastor trying to get it.
Hey, do you drink apple cider there? Like, how does they do it? Like, do they do like a little celebration? I don't know.
No, like it's like they just do. No, I mean, service. Yeah, they just do like it's called a whatever, sir. What the hell service is that? It's just they basically do a service, but it's not like, I mean, they definitely pass out the plate now. The plate is going to get passed around, but it's everything's the same outside of I don't think they do
last tides.
What?
I said you paying them last tides of the year.
Oh, look like you froze. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Nah.
Yeah, no, you gotta pay them last tides. Make sure that you set for 2024 just in case.
You ain't got to do nothing, but you choose to. I understand.
Yeah. I don't do the black eyed peas and greens and all that shit though. I'm cool.
You ain't with that? You ain't with that tradition?
Oh man, I'm trying
I've done the greens and black eyed peas, and my year was exactly the same way it was the year before. That shit don't work.
I don't know, though. I think it'd be hitting different. And then,
okay. I'll pull up, bro. I'll be in the crib with you with the black eyed peas and the greens. Then fuck it.
Hey, right. Jason, what's your best way to celebrate?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like honestly, I'm an at the house type of nigga. So like,
are you at the house with company?
No, I mean, like if I'm with my chick, like or like my like when I was younger with my mom or like whoever. But like I'm the low key on New Year's, so I'm with my best friend and maybe his family, or you know what I'm saying, like I said, my mom or my grandparents or somebody like that, like I'm at the lowest key of all of the keys, like ideally on New Year's, like because I used to also be a DJ, so that's like the other end. So I played everything. So I would play the two extremes. So
what
like,
haven't you done, Jason?
I mean, that's why they call me J Skills, bro. But
hey, that was the birth of J Skills.
Yeah, but from 13 to like 19, I was a DJ. So on New Year's Eve, that's a DJ is always gonna be booked. So I was always, you know what I'm saying, playing a party, and that's the best time I feel like you could have on New Year's. If you're, which is kind of what Amin is saying, like I'm in a place with people I don't know, having a good time, few drinks, you know what I'm saying, good music, good vibe, like that's really the true ideal. But being the DJ is kind of the best part of that because you're also getting paid, and that's really the key. If you could get, if you're doing a job where you can get paid,
that's the rarest part. That's the rarest part.
You could be, that's like the one of the best jobs to have, because that person is getting paid a lot of money. Whoever works on New Year's is getting paid a lot of money.
Get that hazard pay.
Yeah.
I would say, I wonder how crazy Uber would go because of the surge, but then also the drunk drivers, right?
You gotta no, you this is the deal, Trey. You gotta get out there early enough. I know people don't like get there out there, but you gotta get there early. Because here's the other thing: it's like I don't care what city you are in the world. Well, but like after 1:30, it loses steam, no matter what last call is. And I've done New Year's in Vegas, right? And did it big in Vegas, but like after 1:30, there's definitely a shift. Because motherfuckers been started at like 10 o'clock.
That's tough,
right? So it's like it's just people don't have it in them. So
I don't have a New Year stamina. I'm gonna be honest. That shit, I'll be tapped.
Yeah, man.
When niggas is younger, I think it's more lit. You know, like when you college age and all that, you go into like, cause you get drunk to get drunk. So you like, all right, it's 1 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock, we still getting loaded. And niggas is gonna go, you know, like that's who's really enjoying New Year's. It's the
I've missed many New Years. I will admit that over the last couple New Years, I don't really remember being up at 12. Like whatever, dog.
Oh, you not up?
You going to church, nigga.
He going to church at he going to church at 10, 9.
I'll keep it a bean. Pandemic changed everything, right? So I haven't been out New Year's Eve and done anything New Year's. I've been in the crib for the last couple of years. This year I'm anticipating doing something just because I don't want to fall asleep again. But nah, bro, listen, me at 9 o'clock on a regular night, it gets dangerous. I play the same game. Yeah. I play the, hey, I'm gonna lay there. I'm gonna just, I'm gonna watch this. The next thing you know, it's, I'm gonna just close my eyes and listen. And then it's, well, you know what? I'm gonna set my alarm to wake me up and blah, blah, blah. Man, that snooze gets hit quickly.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. My whole, I want to say especially since living in New York now, right? I get these little fucking New Year Eve packages. Right?
Oh yeah.
$125 per person, $149 per person, open bar.
That's cheap.
Hear me out.
It is cheap, but I'm gonna tell you what.
But niggas don't be, for one, I don't drink like that. For one, like for that moment. Then you gotta stretch it, right? Because you got the bartender. The bartender only can get to you a certain amount while this motherfucking bar is as it is, right? Like you said, niggas done started at 10. You sit down with your first or second drink. Now you're starting to get a little sleepy. You start to let them yawns off. No matter what type of legs is around you, no matter what type of anything around you, you probably didn't eat because you got too excited. You too hyped. You trying to do all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? You too started. You too cooked. You cooked. So niggas is like, yo, now you over here, your eyes is getting heavy. You at 11:50. You only need 10 minutes, nigga. 10 minutes, bro. And they like, come on. Oh my God. Because I ain't never did the kiss at the middle of the motherfucking thing when the ball dropped.
Gotta do that shit, man.
But then also, I mean, the idea of just kissing a complete stranger. I got to be with a joint that I really like.
Oh no! Whoa!
Who's
Niggas
ever
out here
kissed
just kissing like complete strangers.
Who's ever done that?
Man.
You'd be surprised.
Niggas is wild.
You'd be surprised, bro. Nigga kissing and slashing out here.
Back when I had a hairline, man.
Look, Amin's a vet, bro. But like the idea,
you met a complete stranger on New Year's Eve and kissed him at midnight.
Back when I had a hairline. Not so much now.
Back when he was doing his thing, bro. He's out here.
But
I used to love New Year's was my favorite, man. It used to be my favorite.
New Year's and Halloween, I can't get jiggy, bro. I just feel
New Year's and Halloween are my favorites, bro.
What city? What city? What city's the best ones to do it in?
You asking me or Trey?
Both of y'all.
I can't answer this because I didn't do
it. I would say New Year's. Look, like I said, New Year's I've done it all. I've done big parties. I've done like going to a hotel ballroom shit or whatever. I've done house parties. To me, house parties always, even when I was younger, I always felt like that was the best. New Year's in Vegas was cool, but I also recognized like I did it in a level that's not normal. So like I did it. Cole was playing New Year's Eve at Hakkasan. So they were like, yo, if you get to Vegas, we got a room for you at the MGM. And like, we're going out. So I'm like, all right, cool. And we're all wearing suits. I've never done this before in my life. So we all wore suits.
You niggas looking like assistant coaches.
No, for sure. Yeah. Back in the day. Soon people won't even get what that means. But now that night. So anyway, so like we went and we had like one of the sky boxes, and then we had the booth behind the tables behind the DJ booth. So I was just like, I was drinking more than I ever drank before, and I was with my family and all that shit. I had a great time. That was probably the most fun New Year's I've ever had. But also I recognized like, yo, that's not a normal New Year's. It's not like, yo, if you get a chance, you should go to New Year's with J. Cole performing. Like, and you in the booth behind him, whatever. So when I take that one out, I think about what are the most fun New Year's? Have always been house parties. And so I would say there's no city. It's just you finding those variables, right? When it comes to Halloween, here's what I think. LA is the best in terms of like just the shit you're gonna see. But really, Halloween is just about women dressed slutty and making poor decisions. Ladies and gentlemen, can I introduce you to Scottsdale, Arizona? Like nothing will ever, not Miami, not Vegas, not LA, not New York, not no.
And everybody in one spot. You're gonna be either in Old Town or you're gonna be on Mill Ave.
Right, and that's what I asked. Yeah, because it's
everybody in one spot,
right?
And standards are low. Like LA, they're trying to go home with Jamie Foxx. New York, they're trying to go home with goddamn fucking Derek Jeter. Miami, they're trying to go home with whoever. Take your pick, right? Lil Wayne or T-Pain, whatever. Scottsdale, I don't even know my name. They just like, he's cool. I'm like, yes, I am. You like my outfit? I'm a doctor. Nigga literally wore scrubs and a fucking surgical mask. Called myself a doctor.
Very low lift.
Yes, I am.
Very low lift. Yeah, I'm with you. Like Jason, I don't know, bro. Because I'm looking at it like if I couldn't be in a situation like you was in as a DJ to control the music, because I feel like New Year's music, Halloween music is similar to Vegas. Keep niggas off the rooftop. It's a little intense. You got to be really drunk to just ignore it. You got to be in the mood. And New York offers a lot of different characters. You know what I'm saying? Where you're just like, too many, bro. Like, where you're just like, oh, I don't know if I got it in me to entertain all this. So, me personally, have a good meal, because I'm definitely not going out to the restaurant. Them niggas gonna package that shit up too.
No,
they start New Year's 8-course meal for $175. No. Like, again, the best thing you possibly could do is house party. Niggas order pizza or whatever the fuck they can feed a lot of people. Good drinks. You know, the ball drop. You hug your homie, or you kiss your actual girl, and then you take your bitch ass home. Because like, bro, at the end of the day.
That's what I said, what I said, because like if I'm not a DJ getting paid, controlling the music, the music is gonna be trash. The setting is gonna be weird.
Well, not at a house party.
I'm gonna tell you right now too. If you spend more than $300, you doing New Year's wrong.
I can't do that.
You doing New Year's wrong. You doing New Year's wrong.
Spend $300 going back and forth in an Uber.
That's what
bro. If you go out anywhere and you are responsible for more than one ticket or more than one entry, whether it be VIP, table, or whatever, you're spending more than 300.
Oh, easy. Bro.
That's an easy call. Like,
yeah.
And that's here you go. That's just you getting in with a semi guarantee of a champagne toast and some light hors d'oeuvres.
No,
your monkey ass still gotta buy some motherfucking drinks at the bar.
No, I did New Year's here in Phoenix a couple of years ago. Went to like the hotel thing where they had a thing, and it was
at the W.
No, I went to it was fucking downtown. I think it was at the Renaissance. And it was like, here's the deal. It was champagne toast. You had a couple of drink tickets. The line for the fucking bars were in fucking sane, right? And then on top of it, the music, because it's Phoenix, it was like we playing regular music. Then all of a sudden we get that like, oh, here we go with the mariachi shit, man. Them niggas love, and they did a heavy mariachi set. That was no one or two songs neither. That was on some niggas sit down. This isn't for you anymore.
Yeah, that's how Austin, Texas was. We was at this hip hop club and this shit was rocking. And I guess we walked in during like the actual hip hop set. So I'm like, oh yeah, oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dog. Then then out of nowhere, dog, DJ just started cutting to like reggaeton and fucking.
Dog, I have waved the white flag. I'll do reggaeton, man. All right, cool. Y'all win. Y'all got it. This is the music of the world now. But the mariachi fucking music, the shit that's like straight from fucking Sonora, like I can't do that. I can when them trumpets start playing.
That shit remind me of that night me, you, and Jovan went out.
Exactly.
I was in a
like
suit.
that.
I was in a suit, nigga. We went on Latin night, nigga. That shit was crazy,
Dog,
Jason.
You said a Latin night?
Latin.
No, Latin. Nigga said a Latin night.
Yo, could you imagine? Could you imagine a nigga pulling up to a Latin night at a spot? Yo, I'm like, yo, Amin, after the game, we gonna slide here, blah, blah. I've been there before, so I knew it was like kind of jiggy, but like we went on the wrong night. Me and Jovan, fresh from the Suns game in suits, just finished covering the beat. We get in there, Amin's looking. Bro, we like, this shit would be cool. It's nothing but Mexican girls in there, right? Shit would have been cool, but they would not play one hip hop song. I'm just like, the DJ, just look at us one time and see your audience. Yeah. Like, nigga, it's two niggas in here just once, just one song. This shit could be T-Pain featuring Peso Pluma, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Just play.
One would say the DJ did recognize his audience and say, y'all niggas chose to come in on salsa night, nigga. You about to get this salsa set.
Well, no, that's the crazy thing about it. It wasn't even that. It was like reggaeton, hip hop, like you know what I mean? But it was Spanish trap. Nigga, and me and Amin just looking at each other like, nigga, how long we gonna be up here? Because we all know, like, but the surroundings was cool. I don't speak Spanish like that. So
I would have liked to get to know
translate,
some of
my
these people.
nigga.
Yeah. But
that shit would have been sick. All right, because I know we've been on here for a minute. What is your favorite episode this year on BOMM? Mine personally was when this nigga Jerv came to New York, nigga, and niggas is telling a story about the nigga being asleep at the Hip Hop 40 shit.
Oh, that.
I wasn't asleep at the Hip Hop 40, nigga. I almost lost my battle with them edibles.
Them edibles was whooping that nigga ass, bro.
Was that the same? Hold on. Was that the same trip where we went and watched the UFC shit? The nigga was asleep.
Yes, bro. That was fucking funny, bro.
That was like my first time in New York where you could just walk around freely smoking. It was great. That was great.
What's the name of that bar, man? I gotta go back down there.
I text it to you.
Yeah.
Trey said you can't blow to my spots, baby. That's not what's about to have. You're not about to make the spots.
Because I remember thinking to myself, next time I'm back, I'm gonna go back to that bar, and then I haven't been back since.
Nah, it's not that, but I just want Amin to have his privacy, bro. You feel me?
Man, I don't want people
want niggas to be pulling up. Yo, Amin, it's the bomb bar.
Hey, it's the bomb bars, the TGI Fridays in Times Square. Go ahead. I'll be right there.
Yeah.
Come find me.
You know what's crazy? You saying TGI Fridays? Jack Daniels ribs. I mean the little rib shit.
I don't
love
riblets.
Bro.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
I don't know why I really like
those. Yeah. What he's doing? Me no know.
But go ahead, Jason. Do you know your favorite episode of 2023?
Nah, I don't. I mean, some of the episodes when we was talking about BMF was pretty good. I was like scrolling back. Good. I was scrolling back right now.
Charles, nigga.
Charles, yeah, that Charles moment, that was a great moment just in TV, and just the comedy we had behind it was pretty funny. Yeah, so, and my guy, what was it, Lou Young? He had some good moments for us. Nah, for sure. I can't think of one in particular.
I mean, the glasses episode was classic. Nigga.
No, the glasses episode was really good.
Glasses episode was key.
Nah, for sure. Him and that bad tape.
The Kareem episode was pretty good.
That was 23?
Was that this year? That wasn't 23.
That's not this year?
Nah, that happened last year because that was when the show was still on.
It wasn't on it? Oh, man. Nah, never mind. My bad.
No, Kareem was 22.
I mean,
I'm trying to think.
You got an episode?
I'm trying to think of. Man, I keep thinking about the one where because
I got it. It has to be 20. I swear it should be 23. Remember the Michael Jordan meme?
Oh, that was 33.
You know that shit was amazing. That was crazy. Yo, niggas had real tears in their eyes. You remember that? Where the nigga
that shit literally got me evicted.
Yeah.
That literally got me evicted and banned from a group chat that I was a WhatsApp group chat that I was a moderator in. These niggas rose up and voted me out.
Hey,
it was a mutiny in the chat.
Hey, niggas fired that nigga after being the founder. Nigga, that's fucking crazy.
It's crazy, man. I'm back in, but I've lost all moderator shit, man.
The niggas Napoleon ass sent you to a fucking island.
Yeah, for real.
Yo, that shit was fucking crazy. 2024 resolutions, if you do it. What is yours, Jason?
Eat better and have better discipline.
Okay. Jerv, what is your 2024 resolution?
Make it to 2025.
That's a pretty good resolution. I can't argue that one.
I mean, you just don't do them shits, right?
No, you know what, man? It's not. I don't know if it's a resolution. It's not because I started it already. I've been started it, but I'm trying. I want to go drive 45 for the first 45 days of.
I say, nigga, you did that before All-Star.
I've done that before, yeah. Yep, done
it again. Drive 45.
Drive 45, right? I'm trying to, even beyond that, eliminate all soda out of my life.
You be drinking soda like that?
Yeah, like, you know, when I drink a lot is when I go, there's two times. One is when I go to games, because they have the fridge, I'll be grabbing a Coke or a Pepsi or whatever. Like, at least two of them a game.
I had you pegged as a ginger ale guy. I didn't think you would say Coke or Pepsi.
I do ginger ale on flight.
Do we count ginger ale as soda?
Yeah, it is, man.
I don't. I do not count.
I mean, it's not, but it is.
It is. It's got sugar and fucking bubbles. It's soda, man.
I'm a ginger ale nigga for sure.
So I'm trying to cut all that shit out. Also, when I drink, like, it's a mixer, like rum and Cokes and fucking shit like that. Hennessy Cokes.
No chase.
No chase.
Well, I'm going drive 45. So that's part of that. Right. And then the other thing is, and this is big for me, man. Like I wake up every day like in incredible pain because I don't stretch at all. So what I've been doing for the last 4 days, and I'm hoping to continue through the new year, like even beyond the 45, trying to stretch every day. And I'm trying to walk at least 2.5 miles a day, every day. And hopefully in that, I might start doing yoga too. I don't know. We'll see how my body reacts.
You know what I mean? I was already over here looking for a reason to change up some things. If you are going to walk, then that just tells me I got to walk. Because I feel like you walking means that I really need to do it because you don't strike me as an individual that's going to stretch and do all that type stuff. So if you're going to do that shit,
My
old
body's
ass
falling
knows I need to do that shit also.
Jerv,
Then
like
I need to stop
I'm ahead of,
bullshitting.
I'm ahead of you, so I'm gonna let you know if you don't feel it yet, you're gonna feel it soon. Every day you wake up, everything hurts. Everything hurts, and you have zero range of
Yes.
motion. And then by midday, you're able to be at a place where you're like, I can walk and I can have a normal day or whatever. But if I sit down for too long, or if I try to do some shit like, oh, let me run real, oh shit, man. Like I'll be running in the airport. I'm like, oh my God. Like my whole body's like, hey, nigga, we don't do this shit no more. We ain't done this shit in years. What the fuck you talking about? So like a goal, I can't even put this in 2024. This is how far off I am. A goal is like, yo, can I get back on a basketball court? Can I get back on a basketball court?
Just one time?
No, I mean, like, just be able to run up and down the floor, not go crazy, not hard cuts or whatever, just like space cut, whatever, and like play a game, and then like the next day not be all locked up and not get injured. I think that's something to shoot for, but we'll see.
You just get out of the game alive, right? Just don't worry about the next day, because I'm telling you, no matter what you do, next day you're gonna be hurting. You're old.
Yeah,
like,
I don't want to.
It's a wrap.
I don't want that. I want to be in a place where at least like I can like wake up and like it'd be a little sore, but not like, yo, I can't move. Give me the Advil. I don't want to be that anymore. Right now, I'm not even that. Right now, I'm like, if I play, I will rupture a tendon. Like I am 100% sure. I like all the jokes I made about Trey. Like I know that shit wait for me at the court like this. Like, yeah, nigga.
Hey man, I've graduated to the GM spot. I don't play no more. I will say for me, I want to travel. I've never traveled outside of Colombia, so I want to try to make it to Japan this year.
Oh shit.
And then probably London. I'll probably tap Jason for some recommendations. But I want to make.
Oh, I've never been, but yeah, Japan. I got some.
Well, no, I just know you travel, but I want to take. I want to take like 3 trips because I'll be working so fucking crazy.
I'm gonna tell you right now, brother. London, Japan, places like that, nigga, save your money. Them shits is no joke over there. Them shits is expensive.
Oh,
it ain't like going to Colombia where you're like, here's $5. Like, oh, our king is here.
Yeah, you sick. So
hey, man.
Yeah, no. So I'm like honestly, I'm put together a side little amount. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna expose myself, but I'm gonna try to have a good time. So 3 trips, and then start working on this autobiography, which is kind of weird because like I don't know if I'm too young to be writing that, but I do want to write it. So that's the thing. Start writing a little bit more and travel. Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
Go to Barbados.
Look, I'm down for whatever trip. Honestly, niggas could take me to. No, I've been to Mexico. I've been to Canada. I gotta go somewhere else. But Canada, Mexico, Colombia is the only 3 stamps I got in my passport. So I gotta get more. And I don't want to be like, oh, nigga, become this travel influencer, nigga. Nah, I just want to check it out because niggas be.
You say that. You say
anytime
that.
I talk to travel niggas. No, but anytime I talk to travel niggas shame me. Oh, bro, you're living life wrong, nigga. You gotta do this. And the reason, listen, you'll have a whole outlook on the world, nigga. You know what I mean? And I'll be like, American, nigga.
Man. Like this
cool.
It's just a fun time, man.
Y'all shit not seasoned right. but
nah, you gotta go to some places like fucking Jamaica, nigga, like where they got seasoning and it's nigga.
That's why I said Barbados, bro.
I'll do a trip like that. I think those are very attainable, but I'm talking about more.
Yeah, like, man. Like you want to go?
Like,
yeah,
nigga, where I wake up and I'm still not there. On the
yeah,
plane.
man. I'm gonna tell you, man. Like you go to England.
I do want to go to Africa. I ain't gonna lie. I want to go to Nigeria.
Like fucking Nas and T-Boz. The nigga just said
no.
But I just want to go from the Snowfall.
Nah, nigga,
like Franklin, not Franklin.
Leon.
Lil Lee, yeah. Leon and Wanda.
Yeah, man. Last thing before we get out of here. Have you ever improved a skill when the hoe showed up?
Absolutely.
What did you get better at, Amin?
Everything. Everything. The jokes hit harder. The jumper's wet. There's something about it, man. I don't know.
I want to know the science of that though.
It's, you know what it is, man? It's fucking crunch time. It's the crunch time science. Like you're hyper focused, and so you're like, I gotta do this shit well. It's funny because there are this. Hold on. This I don't believe I have to bossing over this, but so there are like situations I walk in and like the jokes, like I said, are fucking on point, and then there's people where if like I fucked up in the past, I could never get it right. Trey, you met one of them.
Okay. Yes.
Remember that one? Like I can never get it back. I don't know why. I can never get it back. I had the glow and I lost it. I can never get it back. But like originally, I was fucking hee. I was magic. I was hee. Like she didn't know what was going on, and then like it fucked up that one time, and ever since I just like I'm
treat you like a customer service rep.
I'm Smush Parker and shit, man.
Won't talk to you. You sitting right next in the locker, huh? Crazy. Jason, do you have any? Did you get any superpowers when the hoes came through and something you was doing?
I mean, I just feel like maybe being a nigga with the aux playing the right songs.
I knew it was gonna be music.
I mean, because that's all you got. You know what I'm saying? You got that, and then you trying to be funny. You trying to get everybody to take a shot. Like Amin said, this is crunch time. I done been in the, you know what I'm saying, the proverbial gym all week. I've been getting my shoes clean. I've made sure I picked the right shirt out. You know what I'm saying? My haircut is fresh. I've done all the prep work. You know what I'm saying, to get me to the moment that I need to actually perform. So at that time, you got to get better at everything. You got to be Tyreek Hill out there. You know what I'm saying?
Jerv, what do you get better at smoking?
Jerv, what's your moment?
I didn't even think about it. I mean, but yes, I have been known to be impressive with the amount of smoke at times. I'm not gonna front.
Start rolling fucking
like what do you do though? You roll the perfect blunt. He's
rolling.
No, I'm clearing. Y'all actually changed my answer, but I'm clearing the bong like crazy. Like
he blowing like shapes and shit, not even circles. That nigga have like
no
balloon animals in a cloud.
Listen, I'm not one of them boys out here doing the wild smoke shit. That's not my lane. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I ain't doing no shit like that. Me, I'm clearing the bong at a higher rate. I'm not coughing. You know what I mean? We just filling the bong back up. You know, but like it's everything. Like, honestly, anything I'm good at, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just gets better. Like, storytelling gets better if I'm comfortable. Like, or it could be something at fucking pick up basketball. I had my best intramural games at Hampton because my girl at the time showed up. Dog, that shit was like I was just in the zone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just be like that, dog. Like, you know, shout it out.
And I love when your homies are looking at you as you're putting on whatever the performance is.
And
like,
they know.
They're like, this nigga is not usually like this.
They know.
But he's showing out right now.
It's such an exposure, bro. It's so heightened. I know I for sure turn into like the most like sophisticated nigga ever with the hoes. Like ever. Like, do you look?
Yo, nigga, you looking like, who the fuck is this nigga?
I definitely have had some who the fuck is this nigga moments of Trey.
This nigga's not a nigga. Like, what is this nigga?
Hey, the bag gets very deep, nigga, around the hose, nigga. Nigga be over here like, nigga.
Wine.
You said what? Nigga start
drinking wine in the fucking suite at the game. I was like, the fuck is this nigga drinking, man? Yo, everybody else drinking Casamigos. This nigga got a glass of wine out.
I feel like, man, I don't know where it come from, bro, but I got a point of reference, nigga, when it comes to the hose. Everything has a starter point to make it even comfortable. And then I pass off like Stockton. Half the time I don't want them. I just want the attention. So I'll be like, hey, man, look.
It's not cool, Trey.
Meet my friend Amin.
These young ladies on.
Meet my friend Amin. Meet my friend Jerv. Meet my friend Jason. No, I don't leave nothing on. I just like to talk, bro. So like the fact that I can get it off, like y'all niggas sitting on the outfit, but the chick like, hey, I get it. You know what I mean? Like they rolling. What are you smelling?
Niggas just had to bring the fashion into it, just so you like, yo, y'all niggas killing me.
I order for you. You know what I mean? You know, but sometimes the homies gas you. So think about this. Name one of your homies that is the best teammate that'll hype you up for the hoes. That are like,
you gotta be hype you
like
up, or you can just be the one that you work the best with in situations.
Both. The nigga that lob you up, like tee you up every time, like here. Like nigga threw the motherfucking LeBron. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So I say, I'm not gonna say my man's name because I think he listens to the pod and he might even listen to the pod with the fam. So I'm gonna just say I got this one homie. Our nickname was Stockton and Malone. You know what I'm saying? We just worked well together. You know what I mean? We were able to, put each other in. Oh, had a hell of a run, brother.
But y'all got an actual championship.
Multiple.
Okay, because Stockton Malone didn't get no championship. So I'm trying to,
Niggas out here with fucking.
Nigga said multiple championships.
Yeah.
Okay. But he set you up right. Like anytime you would have joined,
He
know how to pour the gas on.
Oh, it's not just him. It's not just him. Hey, both of those guys are Hall of Famers now. Okay, what I mean, they worked well. They knew how to run the play together. You know what I'm saying? So I would say we both were equally as important in this Hall of Fame duo.
Jason, who's your guy?
My college roommate, Aaron.
Okay, shouts to Aaron.
So shouts to Aaron. I actually got him, I think, like maybe 2 girlfriends. Definitely one. Like, because that was the girl, best friend of the girl that I was dating, and like put him on. So it's like, once you throw that for show live to the homie, then it's like, now y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all running. Y'all, whenever y'all go to the runs, it's you and him and 3 other, you know what I'm saying? Whoever else is on the squad. So that was always my ace. Like every time going out LA, you know what I'm saying? Like we just had the joints, So definitely gotta shout out to my co-pilot, you know what I'm saying?
Shouts to Aaron. Legend. Yeah. You're a legend, bro. You're a legend in the BOMM streets. Amin, who's your tag team partner?
This might be like some hater ass shit. Like I don't remember anyone who I remember all the bad ones. I remember all the motherfuckers like, what are you doing? Like, and the current like number one fucking guy is I can't say his name because again, same shit that Jerv said. He listens to the body, might listen to our family, but this motherfucker like, and he doesn't do it on purpose, but I'm just like, I'm doing a thing here, man. Like I literally had to like grab him, like, hey man, I don't know if you noticed, I've been working on this joint for fucking hours. What are you doing? Like, just talk to anyone else. Just go get out. Like, I'm trying to clear out this thing. Like, I'm saying, yeah. So, I was watching Netflix the other day. Oh, what Netflix? Oh man, let me tell you something. Like, no, nigga, I don't watch your Netflix. Like, this nigga will fucking swoop in on the conversation.
Definitely have that, homie.
Right. Like, hey, that's why I gotta shout out Aaron, because the best part about it is he's not fucking the play up. Sometimes running the play is just not fucking it up. Bitches never looking at him like, oh, who is this? You know what I'm saying? He's a handsome guy. He's chill. So he's never the extra out nigga in the situation. The nigga could smoke and drink. You feel me? So it's like he wasn't the nigga getting too wasted. Wasn't the nigga getting too faded. So it's like you need somebody who's just like a consistent, and he always will have his own situation. So it's like you need that as well. You don't want somebody encroaching on your space. Yep. You feel me? Getting in your conversation too much. It's like, nigga, go have a conversation somewhere else. Like you're
just here to fucking. If there's a little blockage, you get the stick and you move it along. Exactly. Okay, now they're moving. Okay, now you gotta get out.
Exactly. You
don't have to.
And it's somebody who could fill the space on the floor, who knows where they should be on the floor at all times. Like that's what you need. And not the Draymond niggas who's getting ejected and causing a ruckus.
Draymond niggas is crazy. Draymond niggas is crazy. For me, first ballot Hall of Fame teammate be Nick DePaula.
For real?
That's my guy, brother. Like I've spent multiple spring breaks in Portland, bruh, hanging out, going Yeah, he do his thing. He do his thing. My man Donald. My man Donald like my ultimate hype man though. He set it up. Like the joint already be delivered, but he gonna put like if niggas is bringing out wings, he gonna put no, we got the 24 karat gold wings provided by my man. Like he gonna put dubs on it. And then also another throwback homie that probably ain't listening, my man TJ. Me and TJ used to run the streets for sure. For sure. Like, you know what I mean? Shout out to TJ. TJ definitely was one of them ones since like 9th grade. We've been running that long, running that same play. That motherfucker did not work. Like you can't stop it. You motherfucker do it. You know how niggas say stack? Nigga on the sideline, nigga on the basketball, nigga hit the ball. Nigga, we run stack, nigga, and still score on niggas every time. Like, yeah. Like y'all still ain't caught on. So shout outs to everybody that done helped our journey. You know what I'm saying? You know, on them successful championships as Jerv call them. You know what I mean? Multiple runs. We're gonna put y'all up in the banner. Y'all, you know what I mean? Legends. Sorry, Amin didn't get one. I feel like Amin, I could help, man. You're good.
You're good, man. You're good. You like we just.
He just
Quincy puts a lot of tens. You get a lot of fancy on it too. Shouts to Quincy too. Quincy puts a lot of sprinkle on.
Let me say something, man. Quincy, shout out to Quincy. Even though technically he didn't have nothing to do with it, he saw the picture and I was like, yes. And then later on, like I fucking closed the deal later. So that was like I give him shout out for just painting the picture of like, hey man, what's that over there? Mm-hmm. And the rest is history.
He's a great teammate. Shout out to Quincy, man.
Shout out to Q. All right. That's going to do it for us here. Remember, patreon.com/countthethings. Subscribe. Make sure you're getting all the stuff, all the extra stuff. Have a happy New Year, everybody. For Jason Madison, for Trey Edwards, for John Gervais, I'm Amin Hassan, reminding you to stay black, motherfuckers.